And welcome back to the program, everyone. It is now 49 minutes past the hour. Time for the final segment of the Eat, Drink, Explore Market Fresh Hour. And keep in mind, there is 1 extra hour of great food, craft beer, wine, travel, and tourism talk Sundays from 9 to 10 right here on this station. So that is coming up. This is our farmers market segment where each week market managers, vendors, and other players in the world of fresh produce and foods, the direct marketing kind from throughout California, share their great ideas with us. You know, if you have an idea for this segment, don't hesitate to contact me right here at the studio. We'd love to hear from you. Just head to eatdrinkexplore.com and click on the contact tab. It's that easy. And then send me a note. Today, we are headed south to beautiful San Diego, where a local county supervisor is pushing to make it easier for farmers markets to operate within the county, specifically outside of the cities where it's just a county jurisdiction. Supervisor Dianne Jacob joins us on the Market Fresh live line right now with more on how her efforts are coming along. Welcome to Market Fresh, Supervisor Jacob.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, so in mid-October, you proposed this to the board, and it got a big thumbs up, right?
Absolutely. We ran into a snag, or I should say the farmers markets ran into a snag that was causing a lot of difficulty. We have 8 certified farmers markets now in the unincorporated area of San Diego County, and what was brought to my attention recently is there are some vendors who are not authorized as what's called certified producers by the county agricultural commissioner, yet they are required to obtain what's called a solicitor's license by the sheriff's department. So the change in the ordinance that we're seeking is instead of each of these vendors, which locally produce goods in the county, but they're not certified, is that they each had to get this solicitor's license, which costs $200, $300 a piece.
Oh,
And the change that we're trying to make is to hold the operator and the manager of the certified farmers market responsible and to have like a checklist. So, in other words, it would streamline the process by not requiring, let's say there's 70 different vendors that would require a solicitor's permit. Instead of having 70 different solicitor's licenses, you would get rid of all of those and then just hold the operator manager of the certified farmers market responsible and creating like a checklist of things that would have to be required of them.
Right.
So it streamlines the process for the county administration, and it which is the sheriff's department, and it also helps to encourage vendors who have to travel, in many cases, long distances into, say, Fallbrook or Alpine and the unincorporated area, and it'll make it easier for them because they will not have to pay the cost.
And that's key, isn't it? I mean, attracting vendors at those far-flung markets, because when you have, like, in downtown San Diego, you know, every day of the week there's a farmer's market in a different neighborhood, and in some cases even on the same day, the vendors can kind of hop from their market to market as the time allows. But when you have these markets that are way out there, the vendors aren't always so willing to to head to those unless they know it's going to be a payoff. And if they've got this, $200, $300 bill on top of everything else, they might hesitate to head out to those markets.
And that's it. That's exactly what could be happening here if we don't change our ordinance to make it easier for these vendors. So, I mean, it's good for business. It's good for the communities. And as long as if it's food or food-related products, as long as they have the proper health department checkoff and, meeting all of the laws that are there, the operator and the manager of the farmer's market can easily do that. Mm-hmm. So, again, it's eliminating onerous regulations, making it easier, but keeping the proper protections in place for the consumers.
And these markets that are springing up in your unincorporated areas, that's a direct result of some county rules some zoning rules that were changed about 5 years ago, right?
That's correct. Yeah, in fact, it was 2008 that the Board of Supervisors approved changing our zoning ordinance to allow these farmers markets. And there's all kinds of new things that are cropping up. And I heard you talking about craft beer, and we reduced regulations recently for our winery ordinance to make it easier for people in the unincorporated area in ag zones to do tasting and retail sales on site. And we did that for equestrian operations recently. And then we're looking at the microbrew and cheese making and who knows what else might be there to make it easier for people to use their property. And these people, too, would be able to participate in these farmers markets.
Right. That sounds terrific. San Diego has no shortage of fantastic craft beer. That's for sure.
Well, I've been told that we're number one in the world.
Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me. I can tell you Stone has really made a name for itself, and you've got some other ones around there that have consistently, year after year, brought in the top awards from the Great American Beer Festival and such. So,
well, we're very proud of our microbreweries and all of our agricultural producers out there. We have a unique area, and the growers are doing some really fine things. And one of the benefits too is, what do you need to make beer? You need hops, and that's something that some of the growers that have some land, they're starting to grow hops in San Diego County.
Great idea. I love that. That's happening up the coast too. I'm finding that happening more and more. And in the very short time that we have left, I saw on your website that you've done some work to help with the native bee population as well.
Yes, that was another issue that was brought to my attention by some of the beekeepers, that right now the county ordinance for the unincorporated area requires a 600-foot distance between a beehive and the nearest house. And then we learned that in the city of San Diego, it was only 25 feet, as I recall. So, and obviously people are living a lot closer to each other in the city than out in our backcountry. So we're working with the beekeepers and our county farm bureau folks and working to change our ordinance to bring it more up to date, and again to enhance the beekeeping operations and the honey and crowd out those African honeybees.
Yes. Well, it sounds like you've really got a lot on your plate, so to speak, and that you're doing a great job. So Dianne Jacob, San Diego County Supervisor, thanks for the assist when it comes to farmers markets. I know the vendors certainly appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
All right, everyone, that does it for the Market Fresh Hour. As always, keep it right here on this station, Sundays 9 to 10 for our upcoming Sunday Fun Day Hour, talking food, wine, craft beer, travel, and tourism. I'm your host, Randall White, reminding you to always get your produce pesticide-free and local whenever possible.